Raspberry jam is one of those basic jams that I've loved ever since I was a child. We had a raspberry patch, and I just loved the flavor of this jam. I also like the seeds, but if you don't like them, then you'll want to make raspberry jelly, which omits those seeds. One of the things that I do that's a little bit different now is I do a combination of my red raspberries and my golden raspberries, which makes for a much lighter pink jam. I like them both, but I don't know, it's kind of fun for me to do it this way. Now my raspberries are frozen because I can't keep them in the refrigerator or my kids will eat them. So I put them in my freezer until I have enough to make my jams. I'll need approximately 10 cups of fresh or frozen raspberries, and once I mash them down, I want it to equal 5 cups worth. Because mine are frozen, it will take just a little bit longer to do this. If yours are fresh, it'll be much easier. I did end up thawing my raspberries so that it would go a little bit quicker because otherwise you can't really mash them, not when they're frozen. Now I'll add my 5 cups of mashed raspberries to my pan, 6 tablespoons of pectin, and a half of a teaspoon of butter. The butter just helps it to not foam up quite as much. I also have 7 cups of sugar that I've pre-measured, and I'll set those off to the side. Now I'll place this on the stove and bring it to a boil. Now that my jam's come to a boil, I'll add my 7 cups of sugar. I'll stir that in nicely and let it come back to a boil. Now that it's begun a rolling boil where even though I stir it, it continues to bubble, I'll set my 1-minute timer. I like to continue to stir throughout this 1-minute period just because it reduces the chance of burning as well as reducing the amount of foam that occurs. Now I'll fill up my half-pint jars to 1/4 of an inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. And it's so pretty. I actually love the little seeds that are in there. And of course, mine's a little bit lighter than yours would be if you just used the red. There's something about just seeing that raspberry jam with those seeds floating in it that just reminds me of summer for some reason. Now I'll use a clean, damp cloth to wipe off the rim of my jars. This is just so that if there's any jam that's on the edge, that it won't interfere with the seal. Now I'll place on my lids and rings until they're fingertip tight. I'm using Superb lids today. This is an American-made company, and the quality is just really good. And I actually really like the way the whole lid goes down. It has a super thick seal that attaches to the rim really well. In fact, they say that they can stay sealed up to 36 months as opposed to the 18 months that your other kinds of jar lids say. I have a link as well as a 20% off coupon code in the description below. Now I'll process these in the boiling water bath for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll process them for 15. But I won't start my timer until after it begins to boil. Now that the timer's complete, I'll remove the lid, turn off the heat, and let it cool for 5 minutes. I'll then place the jars on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool quickly. I'll allow them to sit on the counter for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I can tell that they have a good seal if the center of the lid is depressed down. If it is, I remove the ring and wash the outside with hot soapy water and then store it in a cool, dry, dark location like my pantry and use it in the next 1 to 3 years. If for some reason I have any that didn't seal, I would place them in the refrigerator and use them right away.